Please state your name for the record.
Hello, my name is Emily Shannon. I live in Nampa, Idaho. Mr. Chairman and members of the committee, thank you for hearing us. Today I represent myself as well as friends all over Idaho who have tearfully asked me to speak for them as they cannot publicly support HB2 without fear for their safety and their jobs. I knew from a young age that other children thought that I was different than them. Kids would angrily demand to know why my hair was short, why I didn't wear dresses. I never understood these lines of questions because I was simply being who I am. By the time I entered middle school, words like dyke were hurled at me. Teachers would hear these things and not stop them. I remember thinking at 12 years old that I didn't fit, that if the real world was like school, I never would. I held on to the hope that high school would be better. Sadly, I was wrong. In high school, the cruelty escalated from verbal to also physical attacks. Epithets were hurled at me still, and I was shoved into lockers. My car was vandalized. The word dyke scratched on it. Finally, I sought out help from administration. I was told that there was nothing that they could do for me, that my issues were not covered, not written into the policy. One counselor even suggested that maybe, perhaps if I didn't look so gay, kids would stop harassing me. These statements from administration told me that it was my fault that I was being treated cruelly, that something was wrong with me and not with the other students. By the time I graduated from high school, I wondered if I had a future in Idaho or a future at all. I was alone, vulnerable, and scared. I thought about ending my life almost every day. I thought it was the only option to get away from the pain, shame, and fear from a world that told me that I was sick and wrong, that I deserved to be treated cruelly. Being young and watching teacher after teacher not stop the cruelty had a negative effect on me. I don't know if any of the teachers were sympathetic, but maybe just too afraid to step in, then be labeled as gay themselves and lose their jobs. Or perhaps they just did not know what to do. In either case, I rarely felt safe.
You have about 30 seconds.
Had the protections in HB2 been in place, my situation could have been different. Those protections would have assured me that I would not be treated as a second-class citizen, that my fate in Idaho as a member of a minority, I could apply to any job and be considered based on my qualifications, not on my sexual orientation or gender identity. And most importantly, it would have told me that my home state considered me a whole person. I implore you to pass House Bill 2, not only for me, but for every single teenager across Idaho, questioning what their life in Idaho will be. Give me hope. Give them hope. Give us hope.
Are there questions? Representative McCrosty.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Ms. Shannon, it has been stated before this body just a little bit earlier that when gay people get together, all they do is talk about sex. And I would like to find out from you, when you get together with other LGBT individuals, do you talk about anything besides sex? And could you describe what those things would be?
I object. I think we're going over the top there a little bit, Mr. Chairman.
Let's be awfully careful.
I'll defer.
Answer the question.
That's a very highly personal question about what people talk about. So you don't have to answer that.
I will just say that I talk a lot about a lot of things with a lot of different people. I'm a dog groomer, a student, and when I get together with people who may or may not have the same sexual orientation and gender identity as me, we do talk about a lot of different things.
Further questions? Thank you.